I'm doing something boring today. Walking. Kinda hiking. Nothing intense. At the moment, I'm relaxed up here. It's quiet. The view is quite nice. I'm not bothered that there's not many people here. It's not a place many people find interesting, I guess. Unless you're old and wise. I would think that's when the meaning of life hits you. But I think for me, it hit a bit early. I wasn't always like this though. For a long time, I thought I had to prove I was cool or interesting enough to be approached, for someone to befriend me. I remember those days, and they sucked awfully. The more I tried to be interesting, the less I felt like myself. I remember when I didn't have much of an identity. I liked what everyone else liked. Popular music, the same TV shows. I tried to look like others. I had no sense of what made me special. I felt more like I blended in with everyone. I felt safe in the crowd, besides being quiet and awkward. But I was trying to be like them, and I think everyone knew and accepted me. The hardest part was my quiet side. That wasn't a cool trait, especially younger. Sometimes today, I find myself forcing conversation. My mind panics. The longer I go without saying something, or anything worthwhile, people will associate me as that quiet, mute person. A boring person. No one's gonna want to be around me because most times, I don't have much to say. Particularly around people I don't connect with. So, I would try to be funny. Which I don't think works well when I try on purpose. I think of typical questions, nothing too personal or random for them to question the kind of person I am. But I noticed after trying this hard, I felt like shit. I felt ashamed in a way. I feel like I betray myself whenever I do stuff like this. It doesn't feel good to force myself to be someone I'm not. Not only that, but my perfectionism would come in the way. I felt like the way I wasn't interesting enough or cool enough. I didn't perform well for someone to approve me, for someone to like me. So, it seems like it's a lose-lose situation. I can let go and let myself free. Allow myself to just be me in the moment, even though it makes me uncomfortable sometimes. Or, I continue to pretend with people and betray myself. Lately, I've been practicing letting myself go more often. I felt so scared in the moment, but at the same time, it was so nice to just surrender. It felt good to be quiet. It felt fine to be seen as boring. Why should I care that much anyway? If I was performing for people, that means I don't actually connect with them. I don't need to perform for people I'm actually interested in. That's when I naturally shine. At this point, I'd rather come across as a weirdo and have fun being myself than feel like I'm hiding all the time until I'm alone in my room. It doesn't seem like a fair way to live. I love being boring. Boring looks like walking alone, somewhere beautiful, but all you're doing is walking and looking at trees. But I admire each tree so much. Not many people get that. Being boring is being present. It's observing my surroundings. It's not being caught up in my head all the time, with the future or the past. Boring is relaxing. It's not doing much sometimes. Maybe I'm enjoying a nice view, or journaling about what I see around me. Being boring is very quiet for me, but there's no greater sound in life but music and the sound of life. I love being boring, because I'm no longer performing for anyone. There's no care to be a certain way. I'm happy. I feel comfortable in my skin. That's what I'm doing right now, being boring, with my boring view. Though I know, to me, this view is absolutely everything. Being here, I feel like it represents me in a way. This is where people can expect to find me. I am in places like this. I have a sense of identity now. It feels good to be me.